Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video, again, I'm going to be on the road, leaving work. But I wanted to make a little PSA video, really geared toward people who are serious about trying to overcome and get through anxiety. And there's a reason why I say people who are serious about it. You know, some people might be like, well, of course I'm serious about it. It's terrible. And I was the same way, but there's a difference in the approach I took and some other people who have been through it took, as opposed to what I see via YouTube analytics. So, and this is not just with my videos, but I've heard this from other videos and other people talking about when I was going through the cardiophobia, the worst of the cardiophobia. I was watching a video from Dr. Sanjay Gupta, Your Cardiology, and he was saying that based off of his own analytics, that people were only paying attention to his videos for like 8 minutes. And I mean, this guy has 35, 40-minute videos that can be life-changing for people that are stuck in the place like where I was at. And they were basically, I would say, nothing short of life-changing for me also. And I'm looking at my own analytics, and I see the videos that people gravitate toward, which are the cardiophobia, ectopic heartbeat subjects that I made going back a couple of months, 8 months about. But the average watch time for videos, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes. And I know that, obviously I know that people as human beings have shorter attention spans and they want to move on from one thing to the next. But for, again, anybody who's serious about getting over it, anybody who's serious about learning anything you just have to dedicate time to finding these things out. I mean, when I was at the worst of my anxiety, like I couldn't work, I couldn't even go outside, like I couldn't go for walks. It was hard for me to get out of bed due to fear. Like fear had just overtaken my life. And I would watch videos for literally hours out of my day, trying to find people that I could relate to that had the same issues as me, how they got over it, what they did, and I would follow that shit step for step. Because I can't think of anything worse than falling back into the area or the place that I was in, mentally and physically, and like obviously a combination of both. So for the life of me, I cannot understand why average video watch times are like 3 to 5 minutes. I just don't think people really care as much as they think that they do. And maybe people are happy or not happy, but again, in a way, they're addicted to being where they are. You could use this as like a motivation or like a little tough love kick to the ass a little bit. But you're not going to get anything in life. You're not going to get anything that you want in life. You're not going to accomplish anything you want in life by just doing it for 3 minutes, 5 minutes. If a video is 20 minutes long, and it can have a lot of things that you could use to propel yourself forward to the next step, and you only want to watch it for 3 minutes, you're not going to get better. I'm sorry, you're just not going to get better, because you just don't have the focus or the will to get through it. So it's not, I don't mean that as a shot or an insult to anybody, but I'm just being honest. You have plenty of people that I followed and kept on watching videos and got notifications on for. I mean, I'll name some. Obviously, like I just started this channel, so you don't have to take my word for it. You don't have to just follow me as somebody that's newer to it and you think that I just might be making some stuff up. But like the anxiety guy has tons of videos for you to watch and learn from on multiple different things. And if you like him or don't like his style or whatever, there's other people. Trey Jones was somebody that I related almost 100% to. Everything that this guy talks about, I went through, and he got through it, and he came out the other side, and now he talks about how you could get through it. The Anxiety Project was another one that I found a little bit later in my recovery, so I didn't watch as much because I already had a good idea of, you know, what I was doing and what I should do to overcome certain things. Sean Kassam is another one, and there's another guy who has videos. They're like more animated. He draws things. I think it's called the Improvement Path or something like that, I want to say. But that's like five. I guess like five. There are other ones too that I can't think off the top of my head right now. But that's five right there, where you can sit there. You can get loads of information, and you get loads of, you know, potential tools, and essentially a shortcut. Like, you literally can have a shortcut to cut years off of your suffering, but you only want to watch 3 minutes of a video. So again, like, when I get done with this, I'm gonna post this. I don't know how well it'll be received, but you know, I'm somebody who, you know, has like a strong set of values, I think, and I'll speak what I believe in, even if like I'm the only one that believes in it. But I'm not going to sit around and be like, oh yeah, well, you can just watch 3 minutes of a video, of a 20-minute video, and get all you need to know out of it. And meanwhile, like, if somebody tells you that, they're bullshitting you. I'm sorry, but they are. Again, nothing in life that's worth having is going to be received by dedicating 3 minutes out of your day to trying to learn about it. It's just not going to happen. If you wanted to study for an exam or a test or anything like that, and you dedicated 3 minutes a day, or 3 minutes to a section that's, you know, 6 chapters, just say like 6 chapters long, and you dedicated 5 minutes to it, what are you going to learn? I mean, I'm willing to say nothing. So, you know, take that for, you know, what you will. But I gave you, you know, a couple more names, a couple of other people to look into, to research. But you have to, you know, you have to set yourself up for success in any area of life. You have to set yourself up for success. You're not just going to wake up one day and success is just going to smack you in the face and say, oh, hey, hi, like, you don't have anxiety anymore. You're fine. Hey, like, hello, this morning we're just not going to body scan, and we're just not going to check into our heartbeat or our heart rate today. It's already too ingrained. You're already most likely too far gone past that point for that to happen. Like, that might happen when it's very early on and you go to a doctor and you get some reassurance, and then they say everything is fine, don't worry about it, and you might be able to just be like, okay, I'm fine, and then it kind of alleviates after that. In most cases, it's not going to happen. I mean, in my case, some of the symptoms went away immediately after, but a lot of them still lingered, and some of them still linger. Even though, like, I'm obviously progressed to the point where I can work now. I you know, back at work, back in the you know, my old career field or whatever, and trying to move on with my life and slowly, you know, keep getting better and better. But again, if you just click on a video and you watch a video that somebody's putting information, like, I feel like I put good information. If I didn't feel like I put good information in my videos, I wouldn't even make them. Just as like on a personal note. And I think that everybody who has a YouTube channel that's dedicated to this and almost anything, puts some effort and thinks they're giving valuable information in the video. So, you know, it's up to you whether you want to take that information and do something with it. And in my opinion, you should, because in my opinion, these people have been through what you're going through, and they're the people that have come out on the other side and are better off for it. Like, I'm sorry, I've also been to, I don't even know how many therapists I've seen since the whole thing kind of started, because, like, some they didn't show up to their own appointments. You know, they didn't want to take the time to meet even on a Zoom call. They just wanted to do a phone call. You know, you don't relate to them, and I don't know how many of them are trying to tell you about your anxiety and what's going on, you know, in your mind and what you're experiencing, and they've never even had a panic attack. They haven't even had one. They don't even know the experience of it. Also, people who are just there to rob you. Like, I feel like I've dealt with that too. You see somebody for weeks and you don't progress anywhere. I feel like you get a lot of information on YouTube for free, and I just think that people obviously on average are not taking anywhere near full advantage of it, because you're only paying attention to it for 2-3 minutes, and then you're just clicking on to something else. So, I mean, my advice, and I mean it, with all the love that I can mean it, is to sit your ass down when you have the free time, and when you find a video that you think might be interesting to you, watch it. But dedicate the time. It doesn't have to be mine. Like, you could watch one of my videos and watch 3 minutes of it and be like, oh, it's not my issue. Like, I have something else going on. And that's fine. But when you come to a video where somebody explains exactly what you're going through in their video, that's somebody that you might want to pay a little bit more attention to, and maybe comment or maybe reach out or do something or another, and actually try to see if you could get some further clarification on things, or maybe most times it's just all going to be in the video, because a lot of times they set it up where what's going on and what steps they did, or maybe what steps you could do. So I mean, that's really all I wanted to say. I wanted to really make this video to kind of just put it out there that I think people want instant results for everything, and it's just not the way that the world works. I mean, unfortunately, you're just setting yourself up for failure, and then you're gonna go around saying, oh well, this didn't work and that didn't work, and I tried this and I tried that, but you've only done it for 3 minutes out of a day. So it's, again, take the advice for whatever it's worth, to you. But, as somebody who has been in the darkest of places, and has come through the darkest of places, and from other people who I've seen be in the darkest of places, and come through the darkest of places, the content and the information is all there for anyone. Regardless of your anxiety, regardless of where you have it, whether you have like the social anxiety and that's all you deal with, or whether you have the cardiophobia and that's your major focus, or whether you have, it doesn't matter, because essentially, like, all of it leads to one thing or another too. So, what can lead to like the agoraphobia, and eventually it just kind of closes your world down until you don't leave, basically. And not to say the social anxiety can't, you get scared, you get fearful, then all of a sudden all it takes is for you to start feeling your heart, and then, one thing can also spill over into another. So, when this stuff happens, now it's up to you. Like, what are you going to do? I mean, you could go to a psychiatrist, and you could, or your general doctor, and they're good. They can prescribe you meds. They're very good at prescribing meds, doctors nowadays. I mean, they throw meds at you for everything. So, I mean, you can go that way, but you might not be somebody that in the long run needs it or needed it. Maybe you were somebody that didn't know any better at the time, and you're a strong-willed person, and that was the first move you made, and then they gave you the meds, and now you're on the, you take the pills for it. I mean, most people have been there at some point and have done that. Like, I was there at one point. I was taking medication for a short period of time, but I knew that I didn't want that. I didn't want to do that forever. So yeah, I'll just end it there. I always come to my videos and make the videos with the best of intention. So obviously I don't mean any kind of insult, but I feel like some people do need a little bit more tough love, as opposed to just being a yes man and saying like, oh well, whatever you want to do, whatever pace you want to go at is fine, because I just don't think that that's true. And I wouldn't set anybody up to fail. So that's not what I'm going to do on this channel either. I just don't think that, based on, my observations of the effort and focus and the time that people put into recovery, I don't think that most people will get there, simply because they don't put in the effort. It's a long process, and it's a very difficult process. So, you know, if you don't want to put that time in, then that's fine. That's your own choice. But you know, don't go around saying I tried this and I tried that and nothing seems to be working, when that's the amount of time that you put in. So again, with anxiety, you also need to take a deep look, deep dig into yourself, and work on things that need to be worked on. And this might be also an area that needs to be worked on. So that's all I really wanted to say. Just take a look at yourself, realize if that applies to you, and maybe you need to put a little bit more time, more focus, more energy on recovery. But again, it's an individual choice to do that, and I hope you choose to actually follow, you know, people that have been through it before and take it a little bit more serious. So you know, thank you for watching the video. Thank you for making it to the end. Again, it's not meant to insult anybody at all. It's coming from a place of love, and so I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.